Ooh, the Thanksgiving turkey looks great.
Well, I'm just thankful we have our kids here for Thanksgiving dinner at Earl Rowe Provincial Park.
Yeah. Think the turkey's done?
No, I think it needs a little bit more time.
Okay.
All right. Earl Rowe Provincial Park is located in southern Ontario, just outside the town of Alliston, approximately 90 kilometers north of Toronto. It is situated around its own small lake. The lake's fish ladder is a great place to view salmon spawning in the fall and trout in the spring. Well, hello. Hi, King.
Okay, we're all registered?
Hey, buddy. Yes, we are. Here's our ticket. Remember, this is the ticket that we have to scan at the gate across the street to go in. So we have to keep this handy.
Oh, yeah, we're in a campground across the street from the main park.
Yes, and here's our one for the car and one for that. And I asked her about Mono Cliffs, and they reserve a couple spots for guests that camp here to park over there. So I hope there would be some. It opens at 8 a.m. tomorrow. So this is where we came in. We're just going to go out and around and go back out again and go down the highway, take the second right, and then use our little yellow ticket at the gate to get into our campsite.
Okay.
And there's the fill dump station right there.
Oh, good. So that's where we have to fill up in there.
Yes. So,
okay. Let's do it.
Let's go. We are at the water fill station, and unfortunately it is not threaded on this side.
The good thing is there's a threaded thing on the other side.
Oh, so yeah, we just got our hose out and hooked it up.
So I was able to attach the filter over there, attach the hose to it, and bring it over here. So this is us, site number 152 at Earl Rowe Provincial Park. Nice, big, flat, open site directly across the street from the Comfort Station. There's two main campgrounds in this park. They're divided up by concession number 7. There's the West Side Campground and the Riverside Campground. We're staying in the Riverside Campground. Each of the two campgrounds is divided up into smaller campgrounds. Westside is a total of 80 electric and 164 non-electric.
What's left to wait for here? My eyes are asleep. I miss you. Bet you're feeling all alone. That big house by the lake this evening. The days here I contemplate. Oh honey, I need you to hold me.
Riverside is a total of 106 electric and 56 non-electric.
In a boat made of roses and oak trees. Little stars shining down on us, wherever we may be.
There's a comfort station with flush toilets and showers in each of the 4 areas of the Westside Campground. In the Riverside Campground, there's a comfort station in the Hayden Way camping area. They also have comfort stations with flush toilets and showers in the group campsite area and in the day use area. There's 2 big beach areas here. Unfortunately, in the summertime, the water is not usually open for swimming due to bacteria levels. And you can kind of see why. It's because there's so many geese. And unfortunately, when you get close to the water's edge, it is full of goose poop. So there's not a lot of swimming going on here, but people do kayak and paddleboard in there. This is West Beach, and that's where the pool is located. The pool is one of those kind of pools that kind of makes it look like a natural pond where it just eases in from all sides. It is an additional cost to use this pool.
And that is the visitor center and park store. Closed for the season.
They have off-season and on-season trailer storage right at the park.
So at Earl Royal Provincial Park, this is one of the parks that you can spread the remains of a loved one on land or in water.
This is the trailer dump station in the Westside Campground. It has 1 dump spot and it has a threaded hose so you can use your black water flush. And the potable water fill-up station here does have a threaded hose, unlike on the Riverside Campground. There's an amphitheater, but it doesn't look like it's been used in quite some time. There are 5 playgrounds. This is the one in Hayden Way. There's one in East Beach, one in West Beach, one in Fletcher's Field, and one in Meadowbrook. A lot of people fish from shore here, but you can go out in your canoe or kayak. There are canoe, kayak, and paddleboard rentals here. Fishing is for salmon, rainbow trout, bass, and perch mostly. There's a boat launch, non-motorized boats only.
I like this trail, it's pretty. All the tall pine trees and pine needles on the ground. Makes a nice soft bike ride.
If you want to, I'll get you flowers waiting around the bend. Baby, let's just pretend. I wanna stay like this forever. I wanna stay right here with you. I wanna stay right here with you. As the rest we fall until it all breaks down. But I need it so I will stay around when you're all messed up. It's a great relief to be understood. It's a shame still waters run deep.
Cell service is excellent here for Bell, Virgin Mobile, Koodo, and Telus. I can't really talk about the rest because I don't have them. You get full 4G connectivity. However, at Mono Cliffs Provincial Park, it's a whole different story. In most of the park, you don't get any cell service at all. In fact, there was an emergency there yesterday, and there was emergency services at 2 of the entrances to the park. I asked an official what was going on, and he said that somebody had a tumble, and they were trying to find that person. Because there's no cell service in the park, they're unable to ping the phone. So something to think about when you are at Mono Cliffs. There is no cell service.
Amy and Brian are here!
Yay!
Oh, you did got a monsters on. Yay, Amy! Hi. Hello! And Brian's here! I think Yay, Brian!
Thanksgiving dinner. We have the saladas over here. You recognize her. We got the Coles over here. And the Funses over here.
As the rest we fall till it all breaks down.
I was like, Allie is so much easier to convince Bob than Casey, so, because I switched both your cars, I'm like, I have Casey or Allie. Allie is so much easier to talk to.
Praise our Lord.
Amen. And thank you for having all our friends together on this wonderful last
This is all your friends?
camping. Well, the important ones. And no, I'm kidding.
And it is not raining for our
It's not
dinner.
raining, and we're having a wonderful time, and we're having everybody together for dinner.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Oh, sorry.
It's the 4th annual.
Right now, we apologize to all you people that thought you were important friends, but aren't.
It's our 4th annual. I was gonna say Christmas dinner, but Thanksgiving dinner. Yes.
Are you feeling lost? That you were made
on, kids. Go on hiking.
We're at the parking lot to Mono Cliffs Provincial Park. It is a pay parking lot, but we do have a pass from Earl Rowe, so we can park here for free. This is the takeoff point to all the trails here. It's a rainy day, so we actually have room in the parking lot. Normally this place gets packed on the weekends in the fall. This is the carriage trail. It's the trail that takes you from the parking lot into the main park and to all the other trails.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right.
She's magical.
I'm trying to stabilize it. It's very difficult.
You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
This is Knob Hill. I don't think that's the real name of it, but that's what we've been calling it for years. Over the years, we keep coming back here for the beautiful view and to take a picture by this rock.
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
Horses are allowed in a lot of the trails here, and they have gates like this so that the horses can't get through, as they're not allowed on some of the trails. Story time now. Back in 1984 and 85 and 86, I worked at a summer camp called Camp McGovern. Cheryl also worked at the camp in 1989, 1990, and 1991, and she was the camp nurse. Well, this camp is located near Orangeville at what is now part of Mono Cliffs Provincial Park. The camp went out of existence in the mid-90s, but we like to come back every now and then and just see what happened to it. So it's been a while since we've been back, and we're going to check it out. Currently, this is the driveway up to the camp. I'm standing in the parking lot right now, and the dining hall is behind me. Well, used to be behind me. Right in behind me there, that's the stove we donated to the camp in 1991. This is what's left of the A-frame. This was the staff house. A lot of staff came in here. We kept all our sports equipment in here. And when the counselors got to have a break, they'd come and hang out in the staff house. Cheryl found the swimming pool. This is a view from up in the area where the A-frame was, down to where the cabins were. They're right down there. There's nothing left of them right now. View from the dining hall to the parking lot. Those of you from Camp McGovern will recognize this as Skinny Dip Pond. Beware of the geech. Now, this is not on any main trail in Mono Cliffs Provincial Park. And in fact, they don't want people coming here just because they're trying to let it grow over. But we got permission to come up here because of our past knowledge of the area. And so that's why we're checking it out.
And for all you Schitt's Creek fans, here you go. Schitt's Creek Motel is 12 kilometers from Monocliffs Provincial Park and 17 kilometers from Earl Rowe Provincial Park. We're back to you with Cole's notes for Earl Rowe Provincial Park. What did you think of Earl Rowe?
Well, this is our second time at Earl Rowe. First time a few years ago, we didn't really get a chance to go around and check out the whole park. But this time, we had a chance to really check out the park a lot more and explore the park. Good bike ride and hike around.
I really enjoyed biking. The park is rather large, bigger than what I was expecting. It's so wide open. It's huge for day use area.
The Rainbow Run bike trail takes you all through the campgrounds and the beach area and the pool. It takes you to everything on the west side campground.
Yep.
And to get there from our side, the Riverside campground, there's a trail that takes you under Concession 7, because the Riverside campground is on one side of Concession 7 and the rest of the campground is on the other side. But if you take that trail, you go right under with the road being a bridge above you.
And it was a really nice trail. It was covered in pine needles, tall pine trees.
Yeah.
If you had mobility issues, I think you could handle it.
Yeah. And most trails at this time of year are quite beautiful. So this isn't a particularly stunning, they're not particularly stunning trails inside the park, but at this time of year they are quite stunning because of the beautiful colors and the leaves on the ground. So it was very nice. Our campsite,
it was pretty decent.
yeah, it was a good size. Most of them in the Riverside area that we were at, the electrical ones anyway, are fairly large sites. Not a lot of privacy. They're all wide open to the road, so you're looking at the people across the road from you. But it's not too bad though, because you're not jammed in next to people. Yeah, they're pretty good. Now, some of the sites that are non-electric that we rode our bikes through there's some pretty small sites there.
A little more rustic. We didn't get a chance to get to the pet exercise area, but they do have one down past the pool.
Yeah, kind of behind the pool.
And the boat launch area, I kind of almost wish we had our kayaks with us so we could have put them in and gone down the river, but next time.
Yeah, we didn't bring them because we just thought it was like the water that you see from the beach. That's all we thought it was. And we thought, well, it's just kind of a bit of a circle. But yeah, where you put the boats in, it's a whole nother area that you can go into and go to the area to the main lake. But it actually looked pretty good for exploring. Unfortunately, we didn't bring our kayaks this time.
Not this time. But
And we really didn't have a lot of time anyway because we were busy.
busy hiking. We did 2 days, full days of hiking at Monocliffs Provincial Park, and that's about 25 kilometers from Earl Rowe. It's beautiful this time of year.
That's highly recommended.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went there with our big group, and we did the Outlier Trail the first day. Then the second day, we did several trails, including the Lookout. And the Lookout, as I mentioned in the video, that's a place that we as a family have been taking pictures there since 1986, when it was just you and I when we were dating. And yeah, we showed you those pictures in the video. So it's a beautiful spot. We go back every few years. Sometimes there might be a decade or two in between pictures, but we love going back there, and especially this time of year, it was beautiful.
And it's you need to have a prepaid pass to get into the parking lot there. If you're camping at Earl Rowe, as long as you have your park permit in your windshield, they save a few spots for those campers, so that's kind of a nice little perk.
Yeah, when we went to pull in, the parking lot was full, and the wardens were turning away all the people that were coming up to it, so they're all getting turned away. I pulled up, had the park pass from Earl Rowe, and said, "We're from Earl Rowe, do you have room for us?" And I said, "There's 3 cars." And he goes, "Yep, we'll make room for you." And so we were able to get in. So it's a real benefit. Make sure you let them know you're coming from Earl Rowe, and if they can, they'll squeeze you in when everybody else is getting turned away.
And no parking on the road. You'll get a $90 ticket
Yeah, they're
And
very strict.
Very strict about that, unless you don't mind paying the $90. But
Yeah, they have big mobile signs all around too, saying $90 ticket for parking on the side of the road. So a lot of people do it, and you know, it would really be something because that park was very, very busy. A lot of people in that park, and that's just using the parking lot. Imagine if they were parked all up and down the roads. That park
we've
would
seen
be
that in the
packed.
past. Yeah.
Yeah,
Another thing I was just going to say about it's unfortunate that the beach is not able to be used because of the bacteria levels. It's run by geese. It's a vast sandy beach, but they do have the pool, but you pay a small price. Do you remember what it was?
yeah, it's $350 for adults and $250 for children.
And I don't think it was open this season.
No. So yeah, that is unfortunate.
An
When you go to
option,
a
but-
park, especially in the summertime, you want a way to cool down, and most of the times that's going for a swim or just wading in the water or something. But you really can't. This lake is rarely open for swimming because of the high bacterial levels. We showed you a little bit of all the goose poop all along the edge of the water. You can't even long jump that to get in the water, and you wouldn't want to anyway.
But
And yeah, they even had the pool closed, so there's no way to cool off unless you have air conditioning. But if
but
you're
it's
tenting,
nice to walk or bike through and
yeah, it looks nice.
yeah.
As long as the wind isn't blowing right towards you coming off the beach, because that
It
can
comes
sure
and
get your
goes.
nose a bit.
It wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
I think the washrooms were all clean, or did they have vault toilets? Maybe they did.
Oh yeah, they had both
Yeah,
toilets
yeah.
around. Yep.
But yeah,
So we enjoyed our time there. This was really about getting the family together and friends together and celebrating Thanksgiving, and we had a really good time doing that. And we had fun exploring the park and exploring Mono Cliffs. So as far as a rating,
what do you think?
well, it's not the type of park that I would say, oh, you got to get to. Like our last park we were at was at Canis Bay in Algonquin.
Yeah.
You got to get there. So this isn't a park like that, but it is an okay
It's
park.
still a lovely park.
Yeah.
They have very nice sights. Cycling is great through the park.
Yeah,
Autumn is a nice time to go
yeah,
when you don't need to swim.
yeah.
So
So the rating for the park is,
and that's it for Cole's Notes until next time. Next year?
well, yeah, this is
We have to
this
start
is the
planning.
last episode of season number 3. We had a blast. We went to 13 parks this year. We shared them all with you. If you haven't checked out the other videos, please check them out. But it doesn't mean we're done for the year.
No.
We will be putting out more videos over the fall and winter. Videos about camping and about RVing until we get to next spring and we start doing camp reviews again. We haven't decided exactly where we're going to go. We
We have a good idea,
yeah,
but yeah, we have a couple months away.
we're really thinking about trying to hit the Lake Superior area, trying that out, and other areas too, but that's one big area we want to get to.
More new parks.
Yeah.
So until then,
yeah,
take care.
please stay tuned. More videos to come. Thank you very much for watching. And by the way, we met a lot of our viewers at Earl Row, and that was awesome talking to you all. And
The other parks too.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, if you see us out there, please say hi. And for now, we'll see you at the next video.